Welcome back, my lovelies. Let's get to it.
Now, where was that?
Ah.
I've enabled the teleporter. One brief jump and we shall arrive in Omega's control room.
How convenient. You've been here before.
Of course. It was no easy task threading a path through all the skirmishes. But how could I ignore the existence of such a fascinating toy? You may trust that my preliminary examination was suitably thorough.
Trust? Aye. I trust your appetite for technology.
I chased down a suspect airship, and who should I find but the traitor, Sid Garland. Searching for something, engineer? Something big? It's close, isn't it? It's like all my name days have come at once.
Of all the scouts the Empire could have sent. Take care of that brute, will you?
God damn it. Can't let Nero tinker around in there by himself. I'm sorry to leave you to it, but I dare say you'll manage without me. This clod has no idea who he's dealing with.
Nero makes this guy seem, like, really powerful.
I am Gosetsu, Samurai of Doma. You will rue your choice of opponent this day.
Hell yeah, Gozetsu! Let's go. This is your first encounter with a samurai, if you don't own Stormblood, by the way. Uh-oh. Of course.
No holding back.
That means OBS is gonna screw up again.
Look upon a samurai of Doma.
It's over now. Leave this to me.
Surrender! We have you outnumbered. Wouldn't be the first time. Are you still playing with those soldiers? I suppose I can lend you one of my toys, but only if you promise to give it back. Huh? Oh. How nice of you, Nero. Behold, the Red Baron, Now end this nonsense. Oh my. No one told me they'd have magic tech armor. Forward for the Empire! The honorless cur think to abandon his men? I shall see that he shares their fate. Pray attend to the rest of his minions. The evil grin of my Lalafell. Oh my gosh.
Look upon a samurai of Doma!
This one'll sting.
Excuse me, I need you to stop.
I like to strike!
Leave you giddy alone. Oi! Stop it. Bye-bye.
Solenstein!
Over now. Your defense is
Whoa! Excuse me. Behave! Bye-bye! Goodbye, have a wonderful time! Deserting. Battle is punishable by death! I order you to stand your ground. Come back here now. Please? So, hello? Boop, boop, boop.
no retreat. No surrender.
Samurai of Doma!
Aww, he set me on fire. Stand in the fire, DPS higher! I'm a tank, so I can actually do this. Alright. I'll take you out of the fire. So, are you done? You haven't seen the last of me. Mark my words. It'll be you to ruse this day. Yeah. Shut up. Oh, excuse me.
Temporal stasis disengaged. All systems operational. Garland?
All clear on this side. It's waking up.
Things are gonna get interesting.
Remarkable. Omega sensors immediately detected the presence of the cocoon, even at this distance. They must have been set to scan for sources of energy exceeding certain magnitudes.
I still don't see any means to control the machine directly. It seems to have been designed to act wholly autonomously. Once we release Omega, we can be fairly certain it will attempt to capture the Primal at Belsar's Wall. Assuming its mission is successful, our only option at that point will be to re-engage its stasis system and put it back to sleep.
And should the machine happen to misbehave, we'll simply initiate an emergency shutdown. I confess we don't yet have a complete grasp of its capabilities, but I'm certain the details will not elude us for long.
I don't think
Well, I understand
Omega
less than
is
half of that.
Allagan.
So, my question to you is, are we doing the right thing?
We don't really have any other way right now, Ida.
I suppose not.
Also, the Primal is going to break out whether we release Omega or not. So...
All right. Step aside, Sid. Is this the thing I need to press?
Yes, that's the one.
You gave too much for us to waste this chance, Papalimo. So this is for you. And me.
You didn't have to smash the button, but okay.
Yes! Fly free, my pretty! Show us what you can do.
The launch sequence has begun. Omega is loose.
Yep. I love this cutscene. I'll shut up and let everyone just watch it.
Omega has stopped transmitting. But that shouldn't be. I didn't engage the stasis system.
And what does this signify? I have little understanding of these contrivances.
The launch went exactly to plan, but all signals emanating from Omega have ceased. This may indicate any number of things, but we will need to join the Scions out in the field if we are to ascertain which one.
Right. I've ordered a malfunctioning beast to go to sleep. That should prevent any unfortunate mishaps. I suggest we make our way back to Gridania.
Yeah.
Omega destroyed the cocoon.
Omega didn't destroy the cocoon.
Papalimo's spell is fading. It was bound to his ether, you see. And if the connection is broken...
That new primal destroyed the cocoon, or broke out of it. Omega just destroyed the rest of it. So... God damn it. Let's go to Gridania. Words cannot ill express how glad I am to see you all unharmed. When Omega came hurling towards the cocoon, everything dissolved into chaos. I have to see it. I have to see it with my own eyes. Ida, wait! We must first... The Elder Seedseer is expecting us. Worry not, Alphino. Gozetsu and I will watch over her. You may safely attend to your meeting. My thanks, Yugiri. The council reconvened a short while ago. Let us make haste for Lotus Stand. All there are eager to hear of your testimony. Connie-sana, I have something to tell you. My friends, full eagerly we awaited your return. Few indeed could have discharged the duty entrusted to you, and most humbly do we thank you for seeing it done. You are too kind, Elder Seedseer. As I recall, we as good as demanded the right to try, but tell me, how did the battle unfold? We succeeded in waking Omega Eye, but we lost contact with the weapon shortly after it launched. For our position in the control room, we were blinded to all that followed. That words could do justice to such a scene. None of my choosing that much is certain, but I can give you the facts. The cocoon hatched even as Omega revived, and from its midst rose a great dragon. The pair duly set about each other in the skies over Girabania. The primal might defied belief. The primals might defied belief. It seems the very heavens would be rent asunder by the force of its blows, and it wielded such magics as I've never seen, and hope never to see again. The battle raged on with no end in sight, until both combatants were engulfed in a blinding flash of light. When the radiance faded, I saw the pair fall motionless from the sky, coming to rest somewhere in Alamegan soil. I will not speak for the rest, but to my eyes it seemed that each have landed a fatal blow upon each other. While most among us could think only of Bahamut when looking upon the Primal's form, the Domans were heard to whisper the name Shinryu. It would appear that the being resembles a creature of Far Eastern legend, and we have found it convenient to refer to it as such. This Shinryu's fate, and indeed of that of Omega, is yet unknown. We have alas no eyes in Girabania side of border. Aye, which is why we have sent our main force under command of Marshal Tarupin to capture the wall. With the Imperials in disarray, we have the perfect opportunity to secure the Gridanian border and assess the aftermath of the impact. I myself will join the Marshal and his men when the council is adjourned. Well, that explains a few things. I'll wager that the flash of light coincided with our loss of contact. Lest you wonder, we quickly re-engaged Omega stasis system, so even if it has fallen into the Empire's lap, it will be of no use to them, save perhaps as a statue. Correct. Without me to guide their efforts, it would have taken decades to decipher Omega's core functions, if they manage it at all. Rest assured, do much to calm our fears, yet the relic's fate is but one of several concerns. Indeed, I humbly submit the time has come for us to make contact with the Resistance representatives in Girabania. Though Ilbert has forced our hand, it would seem only logical to seek an alliance, given the inevitability of Imperial retaliation, and by working in concern, it is not impossible that Alamigo might finally be wrested from Garlemald's grasp. You must be exhausted. I would ordinarily suggest that we retire directly to the Rising Stones, but we should make a small detour. Y'shtola and the others have gathered at Armerlix's spire, and I imagine that you too would be interested to see what has become of the wall now that the cocoon is gone. It is decided then. Lead on. Oh, jeez. Hi. Stinging Sophie. Interesting.
My friends, I cannot well express how glad I am to see you both unharmed. They say that Omega's clash with the Primal shook the very firmament.
You need not have worried. The battle took place far above the ground. We were able to observe in relative safety, though I'm given to understand that there were casualties on the far side of the wall.
It was like watching a nightmare unfold before our very eyes. Ilbert's Primal manifested in the form of a colossal dragon, a being of pure violence. It burst forth from the cocoon with such terrible force.
That such a horror should spring from the eyes of Nidhogg comes as no surprise. Nor do I wonder at its form. Ilbert all but announced it in the moments prior to his death. Plainly, it was his dying wish to visit a second calamity upon the Empire.
And I am quite certain the abomination would have obliged had it not found itself outmatched by Omega. Gods! I am no stranger to the works of Alag, but even I was unprepared for the machine's furiosity. It beggared belief.
And how fares poor Ida in the midst of all this? Have you spoken with her?
She's up on the platform, lost in thought. We deemed it best not to disturb her, but mayhaps she would welcome some company after all. Shall we?
Yeah, let's go bother Ida. It'll be fine.
The light's gone. It was all we had left of him.
Ida.
I don't blame anyone. I knew what was going to happen. I knew the spell Papalymo meant to cast would drain away his life force. I knew that it would only buy us a little time.
Ida, there is no need to explain.
But there is. I can't hide in Papalymo's little shadow anymore, and I shouldn't hide behind my sister's mask. 20 years ago, on the day the Empire marched into Alamigo, I was still just a child, not even 5 summers old. My father had been one of the leaders of the revolution. He had fought to overthrow the Mad King, Theodoric. And my sister had fought alongside him. But she was strong and kind, and always knew what to do. But when the Garleans came, everything changed. My father went to war against them too, and I never saw him again. After that, I remember a lot of running. My sister dragged me for malms and malms until we came to the city of Charlian. That was where she met Master Louis Soir. He introduced her to the Circle of Knowing, and she eventually became an Archon.
She was your inspiration. Is that not why you took up her mask and her name? Or did you simply mean to continue what she had started?
You've known all along, haven't you? That I wasn't Ida.
Duh.
Of course. We all recognized you at once. 'Twas Papalymo who persuaded us to maintain the charade.
It was silly to think I could fool you. I knew that even then, but I sort of decided not to know. Ida died 6 years ago, on a mission to smuggle refugees out of Alamigo. They say she was overwhelmed by Imperial soldiers when she stayed behind to save a little girl. She was so strong. There must have been a lot of them.
I'll just stay quiet.
I'm sorry for lying to you. My real name is Lise. When Papalymo brought me Ida's mask, it was meant as a keepsake, but I decided I wanted to be his new partner, to keep alive all the good that she had done. I didn't want to become Ida, exactly. At the time, though, I still didn't know who I was myself, and it almost seemed easier to play the role. Papalymo agreed to help, of course, but it was never what he wanted for me. He wanted me to walk my own path, and those were his final words to me. The Archon's mark he gave me is faded, and my last excuse along with it. So this is it. Whatever I choose to do from now on, I do as Lys. And I choose to continue my family's fight. I want Alamigo to be the country that Ida and my father always wanted it to be.
War is upon us once more.
Do you regret standing against the Empire? Would you have chosen a different road, knowing what you know now?
To claim that I never doubted the decision would be a lie. But I made my choice, and I have defended it with blade in hand ever since.
The battle continues, and our steel is needed. Come, Shadow Walker, we leave for the east, for Doma.
It was brave of Lys to remove her mask after so long. Though she was scarce begun to come to terms with Papalymo's loss, that one act made plain her determination to move forward. And should she ever falter, we shall be there to support her on this road. She has resolved to walk. Let us return to the Rising Stones. We have quite a story to tell to Taru and my sister. maybe Dark Souls 3 and 2, Scholar of the First Sin. I'm on the edge, or like I'm on the fence, leaning towards no for Dark Souls 1. I absolutely despise the invasion community, or PvP community for Dark Souls 1. Especially with how people exploit it, are able to exploit the remake. Which they shouldn't be able to, but you know, they made it possible to do so. It's like, oh, let me just have endgame gear, equip a not leveled up weapon, invade somebody who's literally starting the game out for the, you know, for the first time, and then re-equip my plus 20 weapon and absolutely obliterate, you know, the person. And for those people, it's just like, oh, just get good, overcome it. It's like, how do you overcome that? How do you overcome somebody who's able to just immediately one-shot you just by looking at you? Yes, there are people that are really good at this game that can beat the exploiters. But that is a very, very low percentage. There is no getting good to that. Ooh. Maybe Neo. I'm just trying to think of things that I want to put on the channel, honestly. I'm definitely going to do all of Kingdom Hearts minus the phone games. And probably not Melody of Memory. I heard, button syncing for that game is not the greatest. And it's a rhythm game too, so if your buttons don't sync up to, you know, what you're trying to do, it just is absolutely awful. I kind of have a gist of the story for Melody of Memory. I'd have to re-look into it. But other than Melody of Memory, I'm pretty much a lore master of Kingdom Hearts. I don't want to brag, but my gosh, I'm obsessed. With Kingdom Hearts. If you couldn't tell, well, you probably can't tell because I don't really have much Kingdom Hearts on my channel. But my Twitch, like, my notifications are Kingdom Hearts themed. That's about it that I can actually do at the moment, though. If World of Warcraft ever comes to console, and actually comes to PlayStation along with crossplay, I would definitely play that, both on stream and you know, if I can get both my computer and my PlayStation hardwired, I might be able to dual stream as well, both to Twitch and to YouTube. Maybe make a Kick account to try stream on that, to that as well. Because I know you can do it through OBS. I've heard people being able to do it through OBS. I don't know why, but I've been somewhat hesitant to finish, you know, Heavensward. I don't know why. I guess it's just my new setup that I have, that I've just been kind of like, my brain just is just like, but, eh. But like, when I sit down and actually start recording or streaming, like, I'm just like, hell yeah, let's go. But like, actually getting it started is when from sitting down to like getting prepared to do it, my brain's like, maybe I shouldn't. I don't know if, you know, any of my other streaming buddies, like, feel the same way. You know, Kyle or Kai, Maddie, you know. Heck, Nick, the ASMR nerd, like, I don't know if, like, he feels the same way too when he has to stream or, like, make a video or something. It's just like, any of these people, it's like, oh, like, I want to do this, here's the thing I want to do, but then, like, you sit down to go do it and your brain's just like, maybe you shouldn't, and you're, like, hesitant to press the start record button. Obviously, like, once you actually do, like, you click the button and you're just like, boom, let's go. But, like, the setting up to it is like, Level 5 ink. But we'll see what happens after this, whether I do Borderlands first or get Kingdom Hearts done. Alright. Let's go turn this in. Quick, march! The Imperials will soon come to their senses, and we must be ready to face their retribution. It is almost time, Father. Aye, almost. Stand firm, Pippin. I learned to embrace myself against charge of the Bull of Alamigo. No foe will dislodge me. Very well, Ilberd. I will take our homeland back. For the both of us. My Lord Viceroy, our scouts have confirmed the preliminary reports. Belsar's wall has fallen to the Eorzean Alliance. The hunt for Omega and the unknown Icon continues, though both yet elude us. My lord, their battle caused considerable damage across the region. Should we, perchance, divert some of our forces to search to undertake necessary reconstruction work? Forgive me, my lord. I did not intend. Your will be done. Unknown. My spies tell me the Doman call it Shinryu, and that is proved a match for Omega. Yes, the coming days promise to be most interesting. Most interesting. At the far edge of fate, the road begins anew. The heroes look to the eastern skies and behold their crimson hue. A dawn of liberation, a gathering storm of blood. Storm of blood, born from blood of our fallen brothers. Alright, my lovelies, that is the last of Heavensward. Like, comment, subscribe if you so choose to, and I will see you when we start Stormblood. Bye-bye!